So here I like one of my video how I sketch in Hong Kong metro, and I did this just because, you know, kind of I wish to improve my quality of drawing people. No, my goal is not only like draw people very good. No, I have like kind of couple very clear goals. So one of them was I want to practice how to say quick thinking, you know, how to make fast decisions about which line I need to draw, which line is not important. So because, you know, when you kind of like need to draw fast sketch, like for example, like in my landscapes, what I usually draw, like, you know, have these figures of people, like somebody walk, somebody sit in motorcycle or some interesting pose. So you need to be very fast, and the main reason of kind of say main quality what make you draw fast, it's your decisions. Like when you choose lines which important, like some lines which will show something important about this person, you know, maybe like kind of how to okay, I have mouse here, yeah, like some silhouette line, or maybe like line which will represent gesture, pose of person, or so instead of drawing all this unnecessary random lines, instead of trying to make all this rendering, you know, with hatching and all this shading stuff, you first of all, it's like you focus on the most general, most important, and then depends on how much time you have, you can go more in more details, like kind of work on more small stuff. So here in this video it's already like after maybe it's my five sketchbook or six, or no, I'm not sure. So no, I have better video too. So let me show you. So this is my was first video, first sketchbook. So I take kind of I bought couple very small sketchbooks with very cheap paper, kind of like this. So I will not kind of nervous to draw inside them. And I have like really like maybe 10 of these sketchbooks, so some of them I throw to trash because not much value. It was like good practice, but it's not for exhibition or for something like this. So I keep just some of them, but I think I will trash just reason to keep all this. So how I did this? Like my idea was I have all this, you know, free time in the metro when I go to work and like go to work, go to home, or go somewhere, and this sketchbook very small, very easy to take. So instead of watching phone or just like frustrating inside the bus, can make couple sketches. So it's very good practice exactly to kind of motivate you to practice this fast thinking, fast decision making. So and with this one, like I have a small sketchbook. So my one thing is like to make how to say composition of figure, right? So I need to kind of place figure inside my sketchbook. So I better kind of leave some more space. And so it's practice of make right proportion, good composition. And also it's this right line, right? So after kind of, after you draw like 300 of these sketches, all this stuff will just work subconsciously. You don't need anymore think much about this. So mileage is super crucial, super important. Is how many you draw. So, oops. Just like how many attempts you did. So I have this kind of, and then I was also thinking, I want to make not only figures but maybe portraits, and instead of mixing them together, I make separate sketchbook for portraits. Wait a second. Yeah, like this one. So it's one of them. It's like you see, very very small. So I just can use this for draw people faces. So, and it's also very cool because when you isolate your goal, you say like exactly like, okay, I draw just I use like for today, I use this pen kind of, and I draw portraits. Or maybe like I can take 2 sketchbooks because they're very small. So, but if I take this sketchbook, I draw portraits. If I take other sketchbook, I draw figures, and it's always plenty of choices. It's like it seems usually it seems like, oh, it's nothing to draw. Everybody looks the same, right? But it's kind of this average thinking of average people is not how artists must to see things. It's like more you draw, more you find something interesting. I know, it's just kind of like this, just kind of how's silhouette of this guy, like his cheek with ear, and just this stuff may be interesting. Just like draw people heads from different angles. This is interesting itself. So then you start to see like, some subtle differences between people types. Like some maybe face like look like little, how to say, like I don't know, like maybe some look arrogant, some look sad, some and you see kind of, maybe you see like a bunch of sad people or tired, and you start to see subtle differences between their sadness. Kind of some people like sad in one way, other one sad in other way. So it's kind of draw and make everything make everything interesting. So and like it can't be boring if you really try, if you really have this desire to find something. And so this kind of feature of drawing, it's push you to be more like to use your observation, not be boring, don't have this lazy eye like this one, you see. So it's kind of very usual, very boring, but it's not, when you draw it's not boring. It's when you draw it's so funny. It's kind of interesting how you will how it looks, how this kind of some very small facial features appears from this cape kind of things. Yeah, even like his t-shirt will look funny. So, or this one. So, it's this kind of simple thing, what everybody can do, and you need nothing for this. Like, if you're interested in how I did this, it's like a marker, and some. Wait a second. And some and some brush with watercolor inside. So ink. I put ink with water. So I put like very little ink and a lot water inside here. So it's like gives this gray tone. Just all. So again, because I was think like, okay, I want to put some like gray, some middle tone, but I don't have a lot of time. So using this one, it's like one of good solutions. So see some more of this. So this is just kind of this sort of mileage, which just make you more confident, more easy about drawing people. So more you do this, less it's stressful for you. And yeah, so you see sometimes I use this gray for background. Sometimes this for emphasize haircut. So you see, this is what I mean. More you draw and more likely you will have this kind of good, let's say like good kind of good quality picture, you know, with kind of very good quality line. It's like it's not every drawing this quality, but more you draw, more you try your best, kind of more they will appear. More often your sketches will be like this. So like I have, for example, these videos on YouTube how I draw in the metro. It's not like every my drawing so easy going, but of course I kind of published a video which looks like more or less kind of good quality, but sometimes it's just horrible, you know. Sometimes you draw it just like look horrible. So this idea of sketching, you just keep doing it. You keep doing it, and you inevitably you will improve. You have no other choice if you really try. I mean, what try? Try to show what you see, right? So you see something interesting, and you trying to show it. So kind of this you see, so it's kind of, I don't know what this some not very good one. So sometimes very cool, sometimes it's just nothing. So just keep doing it, keep drawing. So this one sketchbook, I draw portraits, and I have also of this one. I think I trash a bunch of them. Yeah, probably. So the last one was portraits, because here is kind of here's look no bad. So I show you. So I have this kind of size, bunch of sketchbooks. So you see how many, and it just you bought them, and this empty paper it just push you, say like kind of come on, draw more. So yeah, so I also start to draw like try to sketch like groups to show some situations. So here I have some, yeah, or like this one. This one. So sometimes it's like look like a painting. Так, 1 second. Trying to find how to show it. Okay, yeah. So you see, yeah. So more you draw, more interesting, and like more likely we'll find some really cool picture. Так. So also sometimes maybe if I forgot sketchbook, I have like A4 paper set, and I just make like this, and I can draw this, keep drawing my usual daily sketches. Or is this one? Yeah, so it's kind of just a piece of paper which I fold, and I have kind of a very simple sketchbook. So, and then I was I draw all this. Yeah, when I draw this small and I have much more of them, just trash, because don't know much why, that just was good practice. So then I go to bigger size, and so same kind of try to draw good composition. Так. So bigger size, of course, is more complicated because you're you need to control more space, and your line longer. You need to like kind of more continuous line. So, or you need to move faster, or you need to be even more decisive, even more precise with your choices. And I have this one, so here a couple, yeah, like this one. It's just interesting gesture drawing with this lady. Here's this one, looks so cool how they're tangle of their hands and legs. So try this silhouette. Or is this guy also very funny how he sits. So here I have some of my favorites. This one. So yeah, I was sketching this girl, and then she was like kind of talking on WhatsApp, make some audio message, and then she like not one of her eye, of course it was both of them, but I can see only one eye, and like she look at me and it's like, oh, so creepy. Yeah, so and so I have this video collection on YouTube where you can see all my sketchbooks. Here like portraits, all stuff. So you can see them in like chronicle sequence. So it's like from very first attempt to more and more successful results. So, and show you. Yeah, so then here have these videos when I draw in the real time. So it's like I have a back with how it's called, belt kind of, you know, with like shoulder back. So I may fix my GoPro, so it's like about here, and yeah, it's kind of first times feel kind of awkward. You walk with the cameras, people look at you like, oh, what are you doing? What are you filming, kind of, but it's okay. So, and I did also quite a bunch videos, and only some of them I publish on YouTube, because not all of them was good quality. Sometimes camera was on a bad angle. Sometimes I don't like drawing. Okay, and I also have video tutorial. About, so you can find in my YouTube channel this how to sketch in Metro. I did a video tutorial where I explain kind of this kind of my approach, which I generate while sketching in Hong Kong Metro. So here, for example, I tell about my first solution is to start drawing figures from silhouette. So instead of going in detail, first need to draw silhouette. Try kind of your best, but even if this silhouette is off, you can later on a second step kind of you can adjust the silhouette. So this way you practice your line more precise. Also you practice kind of let's say you make your drawing more solid. It's not like falling apart, you know, when you kind of you have this feeling of kind of concrete compound. It's not like kind of separate elements like legs, hands, head and shoulders or stuff. No, it's like one character. Or actually, if you draw groups, it's better also to draw one group as silhouette first. But of course, kind of no. So you more practice, it will be more easy. I don't have good example with this, but kind of I did couple attempts, and it works. It's cool thing. So yeah, so you go to my YouTube and check out this tutorial. It's called How to Sketch in Metro. My YouTube channel Evgeny Bondarenko. Так. So yeah, I have here 2 more tutorials about how I sketch my urban sketches. Because I've been like kind of about 10 years I was travel in different country, draw just like an open air in Russia and China and French. So I have a bunch videos with this too, and I make tutorial. It's kind of explain very it give very complete picture about how I work. So I think it's really like if you're interested in drawing outdoors, if you like urban sketching, it really will be helpful for you. I recommend to watch. and I have one tutorial about drawing in sketchbook. So I also was for a couple years I was practice drawing with my left hand, but I don't know, kind of after all these years, so like after 5 years of trying and give up with using left hand, I can draw now with my left hand, but it's much slower than the right hand, and much more exhausting, like, you know, feel like you really lost a lot of mental energy, kind of, you know, like really tiring for nerves, kind of focus, all this. It's like kind of, you know how to draw, but your hand like draws like, I don't know, like 10 years ago you was drawing with your right hand, and you kind of like faster please. So here I have video tutorial about how to why I think is how to use sketchbooks, kind of what reason of all this. So if you're interested, check out. Yes, so today my video just like short talk. I was a long time not make streams, and finally I said all this stuff, and for my next streams I will draw something like the usual landscapes, and my goal is like to make tutorials, make streams about how to draw perspective, how to draw maybe like vehicles, people in perspective, and different stuff like that. Just like educational video. Okay, so let's see you later on my streams. Thank you for watching. Yeah, and write me if something you want to see or any question. I will glad to kind of cooperate. Bye.